Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Ammar Raziq from the Group 7. We present our project which is blender. This is our product, AVA blender. We give a name as AVA blender because combination of our name as a creator this product. A stand for Amirul, V stand for Venu, A stand for Ammar. So we fully create as AVA blender. Our group we build it by Amirul Mukminin and followed by Venu and me. Everyone have been assigned tasks in order to complete this project successfully.
A blender kitchen. A blender kitchen is an electrical kitchen appliance that it is used basically to emulsify, liquefy and puree. Although it can be used to chop or slice ingredients, a blender does not provide a consistent result as well as a food processor can for those type of the tasks. Similarly, it may use to grate food, but this score is also best handled by a food processor. When selecting a blender, consider the type of food container desired. Since a glass is less likely than a plastic to retain the aroma of various food, the blender should have a weight base that will keep it stable when the blades are active as it blends a different contents. Power is another consideration. Make sure it is sufficient for the blending active and dissipate. Blender have significant power for all blending tasks, but it is less not to run the blender continually as constant power to the unit only will serve to wear the motor down. Lastly, when considering the power range of the blender, check the power setting, also known as the speed, to determine which setting will be the best for the food task most often required. Blender generally are built with 3 to 12 speed. The high speed typically is used to crush the harder item such as ice, and the slower speed are used for more delicate tasks. Problem statement. Some blender is hard to be cleaned and do maintenance like change the blade and clean the container. Have a less speed of control. Mixer grinder have less number of blade. The aim and the objective. To design and develop the blender according to a consumer need. Make a user to be more comfort and friendly to use the blender. Make a blender that is easy to be maintained. Make a blender that is aesthetic design and safe to be used. Expected result. Able to design a blender with a futuristic building concept including technologies and function that can solve the blender problem. Able to aware of the health and safety issue involved in the installation and the maintenance of the blender and be able to create a grinding plan for user. Product defined. Are you looking for a blender that can do basically everything? This AVA blender can easily blend everything from margaritas to sauce and also liquefy your favorite food and vegetable in a snap. What's more, the powerful appliance can be used to grind up the coffee bean, turn the nut into the nut butter and mix a different type of dough and butter. It can even make ice cream and sorbet with a quick blend. This is the one that doesn't make a ton of noise. This AVA model feature a powerful but quiet motor as well as a speak electronic setting. Beside that, the glass container is less likely than a plastic to retain the aroma of the various food. It also comes with a nice stylish color that will match particularly any kitchen aesthetic. The powerful of 900 watt motor and stainless steel blade can blend everything from a frozen food to nut and sea with ease. The travel cup are perfect for taking breakfast on the go. So, this is the great opinion for a busy morning. Lastly, AVA blender also easy to be cleaned and maintained because all the parts can be separated easily.
Now I'm going to explain about how to use a blender. There are some ways to use a blender in safe method. So, first of all, before we start the blender or the blending operation, we must check it out whether the blender is in good condition, in in working condition and clean, and it's also in plugged in. Next, whenever we put the substance into the blender or the container, we must cut into the small pieces. After that, put the ingredients or the item inside the container and close the lid and hold the cover tightly to avoid the shakes. Okay, whenever we use the blender or the blender in the operation, we can stop the blender and use the spatula to stir the ingredients. After that, we can continue the process. We also can use the temper or stir or push it down the ingredients to get a good blend. Okay, finally, once the operation, the blending process is finished, we can open it up the cover and pour into another container. After that, we must clean the container in good manner. So whenever you clean the container, don't ever immerse the base inside the water. Next, we look at our competitors. We have two competitors here, competitor 1 and competitor 2. The name of our competitor is Panasonic MX-V310 and Philips HR2118. If we look at our features, the features are not so different. They are almost same, and also the price also got a bit difference at here. Competitor 1 is RM305 and competitor 2 is RM329. Next, the consumer sentiment is based on the urban residents. And also, if we look at the benchmark of the competitor, the competitor 1, which is Panasonic, has a rhythmic blade rotation, and competitor 2, Philips HR2118, have a different blade speed. The competitors are very important because without a competitor, our product won't stable in the market. This is our group's project's Gantt chart. Making of a Gantt chart for a project is very important because by the Gantt chart we can follow the time and the schedule. Okay, this Gantt chart is show that progression of our project by week 1 to until week 16.
Idea development, design approach. Our group will select futuristic building as a concept to inspire the design of the blender. Use the adjective futuristic to describe something so new and unfamiliar that it looks like it could came from the future. The futuristic idea is something that is futuristic look or it seems very modern and unusual, like something from the future. The inspiration helped us in designing our project and make a new look for our product. The hexagon shape of the base, body and the lid of the EVA blender is the shape that best fill in the plane with equal size unit and leave no waste space. Hexagonal packing also minimize the parameter for a given area because of its 120 degrees angle that make the blender look more simple and clean. Button with oval and circle shape are easier on the eyes than a rectangle with a sharp edge because they take less cognitive effort to visual process. Rounded buttons are also more effective because they point inward toward the center of the rectangle. Lastly, a good container must present certain characteristics that are what define its efficiency. Containers fulfill multiple functions and their composition, shape and even their manufacturing method can become very important when the times came. In the case of the EVA blender, it has a cylindrical container that has a great adaptability and make them a very versatile alternative.
Let me showing about our project flowchart. By the starting, we identify the benchmark of the product. Then we do the 15 sketches. We have 3 members in our group. Each member will do 5 sketches. So altogether we have 15 sketches. After that, by the 5 sketches, we will select our 1 best sketches. Then we do the 1 best sketches by doing the design selection method, which is PUGH method analysis. After that, we do some design review. After the design review, we will get the approval from our lecturer and our team members. We will do the CAD drawing. After that, we do some rendering and finally we will release our project. These are 15 idea sketches of our team members. The first row belongs to Amirul Mukminin, and the second row belongs to Venu, myself, and the third row belongs to Ammar Raziq. This is the best 3 sketches of our team members. Once every team member did their 5 sketches, they will select one best sketches of the 5 sketches. All these sketches follow up the futuristic building concept. This is PUGH method analysis. This method is used for design selection method. We have some criteria like quality, size, capital cost, operational cost, materials, blade rotor power, durability, and current consumptions. These criteria will be weighted voted by team members. Which design have a high weightage, it is selected as a top best sketch. This is our team final sketch, which is result from the PUGH method analysis.
We use SolidWorks as a place where we pour the ideas to create this AVA blender. As you can see, we start from sketch drawing, draw all parts in CAD drawing, assembly all the parts, render the assembly design, and finally we got the product as AVA blender. This is our complete product. It contains by blade, container, main body, and blade cup. And this is our promotional poster. Now we will see the explode view of our AVA blender. As you can see now, this is our explode view image rendering. This brings us to the end of our presentation. Our reality is a AVA blender where hopes and dreams are mixed with fear and despair. Thank you.